Good morning. Happy Friday. Going to share some thoughts about grief and expansion today. But before I dig into that, I just want to let you know that the next several weeks I'm going to have some interviews coming up. I'm really excited about that. At least one of them is going to be pre-recorded just due to the time difference of where this person lives, and some of them will be live, but just be on the lookout for those. I'm really excited just to keep bringing people on who can share their gifts and their unique experiences with the world, and just share that with my audience, because I just truly believe that there is enough room for all of us and all of our gifts. And when we partner together, we're just greater than when we try to do things alone. So anyway, be on the lookout for that in the next coming weeks, several interviews coming up. But I'm going to share today about grief and expansion. So last Saturday, my mother and my boyfriend helped me collect the last of my things, finish cleaning, and move out of the apartment where I had been living by myself for almost 2 years. The instructions from my landlord were to leave the keys inside. The door locks automatically, so once I pulled it shut for the final time, I had no way back in. I was surprised to find myself feeling near tears, and even now you can see I'm a bit emotional. So I had to think about it for a bit before I understood why. In April, I had gone to stay with friends who are now my permanent roommates, and my focus since that time has been on navigating the pandemic, figuring out my move to save on expenses, trying to get my business up and running. I just kept pushing, kept doing the next thing I needed to do to survive. Until that moment that I felt so emotional and I realized I'm grieving. So many things have changed for me. My job, which though stressful still felt pretty safe and secure, was eliminated. I changed churches after having been connected to one for over 7 years. And my apartment, the first space in my whole life that was just mine, had to be given up. It's the right choice for me. I don't regret it. And yet, that doesn't mean it isn't hard, and it doesn't mean that I can't acknowledge the pain I feel. You see, when you start to peer under the layers of what is the acceptable norm, you start to see so many ways that women in particular are taught to shrink, to take up less space, to contract. This happens physically, in the way women in particular are encouraged to fit small sizes, to eat less, to physically move out of the way when a man is walking towards us in the store or on the sidewalk. Pay attention. Do the men ever move out of your way? It's pretty rare. This happens emotionally when we are told that our emotion makes people uncomfortable, and somehow it's our job to make them comfortable. We are told that our tears are not okay. Our anger is not okay. Our joy, our loud laughs are not okay. If we want to scream in frustration, that's not okay. If we raise our voice to be heard above those that continually try to drown us out, it's not okay. This happens in the way we're taught to spend our money. Spending or giving it away to others is good. Spending the bare minimum to take care of ourselves is good. But spending money on things that bring us joy, rewarding ourselves, especially when times are tough with something beautiful or fun, those things are definitely not okay. Buying products that are expensive, but which work better for our bodies and our needs, also not okay. Anyway, back to my story. As I was considering my emotion at leaving the apartment that had been just mine, I realized that there was a sense of freedom there that I had not previously experienced. I could laugh out loud if I wanted to. I could play music and dance around if I wanted to. There was no one watching. I didn't have to be worried about someone objecting to my music or, laughing at the way I moved. I could wear clothes that were comfortable or just fun to me, even if they didn't make me look thin, or even if they were more revealing than I was taught was acceptable. I could cry. I could be upset without worrying about someone else being uncomfortable if I wanted to. And now that refuge was gone. I moved into a place with 2 guys as my roommates. Honestly, they're awesome and so respectful and encouraging of me and my thoughts. They have made room for me, made room for as many of my things as possible, and generally did everything they can to make me feel welcome here. I enjoy spending time with them, and I am more and more comfortable sharing my thoughts and opinions, and even sometimes my emotions. All that is true, and yet, I also notice many ways that I contract. I wait for them to move instead of saying that I need to get something and just saying, excuse me. I let their hobbies dominate the way we spend our free time most of the time. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy them too, but I don't even try to do the things that I enjoy myself, let alone ask them to set aside their plans. I hardly ever play my music or make time to dance around and be goofy. No one is asking me to do this, but I'm seeing the way that I'm shrinking. And it makes me sad. I often am the one to clean the kitchen when I just can't stand the dishes around anymore, instead of asking them to do their part. But here's what I realized. I have a choice. My roommates are good guys. They don't actually want me to shrink. In fact, the few times I have expressed other preferences or shared one of my favorite movies or something, they've been super encouraging. God gave me the time at my apartment to begin to understand the freedom that is possible when I stop contracting, when I allow myself to take up space, physically, emotionally, and energetically. And now God is giving me a chance to lean into the resistance and strengthen that muscle. I started building the muscle at the apartment, and now I get to strengthen it by choosing to exercise my voice and my energy with my roommates. I get to ask them both to help me out in keeping the kitchen neat. I get to say, no, I'm not doing this with my free time tonight. I'd rather do something else. I get to invite them to join me to do that something else if I want. I get to choose to stop shrinking, to stop playing small. And it's no coincidence that this is happening at the same time that I'm working on building my business. I get to stop playing small in the world outside my home too. I get to say, this is who I am, emotions and energy and awkwardness and all, and I get to invest in myself and my growth. I get to talk about my skills, my gifts, and my experiences and how I can help other women with them. I know that the people I've made connections with have gifts that will also make an impact, and we don't have to compete. I can share my gifts, they can share theirs, and we can join in making a difference in the world. There is enough space for all of us to use our gifts to make a positive impact. And I understand that the energy I help women reclaim is worthy of them investing their money and their time. I understand that the mental wellness I can help women find will benefit not only themselves, but their loved ones too. I understand that the time, energy, and money that I myself invested in learning and growing is valuable. And these are part of what helps my clients get the results that make a huge difference in their lives. I understand that my gifts in helping women build in the habits that help them feel well, have energy, and slay the day are only something I can offer if I myself am thriving with plenty of energy too. So I can acknowledge the grief. I can acknowledge the loss of the freedom to just kind of be my own person in my own space. And I'm still a little emotional about it, and that's okay. But I get to choose something different. I get to choose to lean into the resistance of why I decide to contract, why I decide to shrink. And I get to get curious about it and make different choices. If you would like to invest in yourself, to have help and accountability, to start looking at the ways that you can have more energy to bless those around you in amazing ways, I'd love to talk. Reach out to me and we can set up a free call to talk about the ways I can support you. And if you're shrinking right now, if it feels uncomfortable to think about spending the money or the time to invest in yourself, I would gently ask that you get curious. What is making you feel uncomfortable? And on the flip side, if you had more energy, who would benefit from that? How would interactions with your family or those around you change if you weren't tired and on edge so often? Do you really have to contract? Or would it bless the world if you start to expand, to take up space, to share your gifts, your emotions, and your energy in a bigger way, and ask those who love you to support you in doing so? Your energy, your gifts, your talents are all gifts from God that are meant to bless the world. And you get to share them in a way that feels good to you. having energy, and taking up some space. If you're not sure where to start, I can help. I just want to leave you with this final thought. Matthew 5, verses 14 to 16 say this: "You are the light of the world. A city on top of a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a basket. Instead, they put it on top of a lampstand, and it shines on all who are in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before people, so they can see the good things you do and praise your Father who is in heaven." Are you hiding your light? Are you contracting and shrinking? Can you decide to do something different? Can you decide to start expanding and taking up space? If you need help with this, just reach out to me. I'd love to talk to you. That's all I have for you guys today. I will see you next week with another video, and I just hope that you have a really wonderful weekend. Bye for now.